Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today, another install on my bike. I'm gonna do today. We're gonna install the Vance Hines air filter. You see it right here. So very nice air filter. I'm gonna do an unboxing right now, so you can check it out. Once I do the unboxing, then we'll head over to the bike and we'll install it, so you can check it out, so you can see it. It's a pretty simple install, so it shouldn't give us too much problems. All right, see you in a bit. All right, here we go. So here it is, Vance Hines, a box with the air filter inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. And you can see the air filter there, very nice. So this is the V02 air filter, and of course I have 2023 Fat Bob Softail, so this should fit nicely on there. So let's go ahead and take this out. So it comes, shrink wrapped in there, so it's nice and tight. So we're gonna open that in a bit. So we got your infos, and let's see what else is in the box. Easy no install, bolt and go install. No hassle, I'm sorry. Easy no hassle. Here we go. Put this box on the side. And here we go. These are all the bolts and the rest of the items that you were gonna need to install it. So we're going to go ahead and open it up really quick. All right, let's start with the filter first. Be careful not to cut it. So use your blade, but be careful when you're cutting around it. Helps if you have a sharp blade, which I don't. All right, there it is. You can see it looks very nice. Vance Hines. So this is the actual filter itself. Now it's supposed to be a lifetime filter, so all you got to do is, when it's time to clean it, you take it out, you clean it, and then you reuse it. So that's pretty good that you have a lifetime and you don't have to keep purchasing these filters. All right, so we'll set that one aside. And then we'll open up the accessories of the screws. So make sure we don't cut into anything. All right, so you have your new intake hoses there, and then you should have all the bolts for the install. You should have a gasket that's going to go on there. And then these should be your spacers. So these are your spacers, and I'll show you how those go as I'm doing the install. Set everything here. So basically all this, you see all the screws, that's what you should have in the kit. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and go over to the bike and take the old one off and then install the new one. So hang tight and I'll see you in a bit. All right, back at the bike. So we're gonna take the stock air filter off, and then it should be pretty straightforward. So remove these two screws first. Be very careful that you won't strip them. There we go. Same with the other. These actually have a Loctite on them, so that's why they're a little more difficult to take off. There we are. All right, and then you should see the other two that are in there. So let's take those two off. All right, once you take the plate off, then you got two more underneath. Take those off. No Loctite in these, so these weren't too difficult. Once you take the second one off, then this should just pop right out. There we go. So as you can see, it was time for me to switch it out already. It's pretty nasty. All right, so then we are gonna continue here with taking these two hoses off. They should just pop right off. All right, and that exposes the other screws. All right, so we're gonna remove the little ones that hold the hoses. There we go. That's one. And then we got three more in the middle here. There it is. So at this time, you want to make sure to kind of clean it off if it's, dirty. Oh, there might be some oil or residue in there. Wipe some of that off. All right. So now we're ready to install the new air filter. So we'll do that next. The screws in. So first you want to make sure that you put some Loctite on these. So one little drop is fine. So these are where your hoses are going to go. So you want to start those off first. Take the other one. Should have put the Loctite. Start that one off. So I'm going to start these off, tighten them, and then we're going to use a torque wrench to make sure that we get the right torque on here. So according to the instructions, which I never got, I had to actually look this up online on YouTube. According to the instructions, you are to torque these anywhere from 120 to 144 square inch pound. Yeah. So I already have it set up, and we'll see if we can get this tightened in here. There you go. Do the other one. There it is. All right, that one's set. Okay, so then now we're gonna place this gasket on there. Now there's only one way this gasket will go. There's a little cut in here that's gonna go right there, and it'll line up with the holes, so you can see that. And then we're gonna get the screws and put some Loctite on these, and then we'll do the same process. And don't screw these all the way, because you'll see when we actually put the filter on there how we're going to fit it on there. So don't screw them all the way. Just maybe do them like a little more than halfway down. All right. So there you go. Now we are going to do a little bit more installs on the actual filter itself, and then we'll come back to the bike. All right, so the two hoses that it came with, you need to put it on this bracket. So there's two holes at the top of the bracket there that which they go into. And the way that because there's a small one and there's a bigger one. So the bigger hose goes into, is actually facing the back of the motorcycle, and then the smaller hose is facing towards the front. So when we get to the bike, you'll actually see how I'm placing it on there, but just make sure to place those on there, the hoses on there for now, so you won't lose them. So we're going to continue now with the rest of the install here to put the actual filter on this bracket. All right, so let's put this together. So we got the bracket down here. So you have the cover, and then you have your filter, right? So you just very simply just put it on top, put the filter on top of the bracket, and then you have your spacers, right? So the spacers, you notice they're kind of a different size on the bottom and the top. So the wider side, which is this is going to go towards your bike, and then the smaller side is going to go up towards the actual filter. So I'm going to put one on, and then I'll just skip through the rest because they're all basically the same thing, right? All right, so don't forget the Loctite. All right, put a drop on there. I'm only gonna do one, and then all the other ones are basically the same thing. So you want to make sure put it through. You take your nut, screw that in. And then you just make sure to tighten those, and then you just do the same thing all the way around. All right. All right. Once they're on, you can see this is how the filter should look. All right, and then we're just gonna tighten them all up. All right. I told you with these screws, just don't screw them in all the way. Basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna line up the screws with these holes here, and then you're gonna turn it, and it's gonna lock in place. And then you kind of take a wrench and tighten it once it's locked in place. So let's try that. So we're gonna line it up here with these guys. Well, then we turn it. And then what we want to do is we want to take your wrench and you're going to start tightening those in the back here. This might take a little bit, so just take your time. Make sure that you tighten them correctly. I know you can't really see back there, but the screws are back there, so you want to make sure that you tighten those. So I'm going to go ahead and skip on this and just make sure to tighten all three. You know, into the actual bolts here where they go. Make sure that they're secure. And then that's basically it, guys. There it is. Just installed it. Everything's all tightened down. Looks nice. Looks good with the bike. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on and see how it sounds. So hang on. All right, here we go. Sounds good. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop on the bike and take it for a quick spin to see how it feels, and then I'll be back, let you know. So it should increase, you know, some of the power on your motor because it's a better intake. I still do need to tune the bike, so I actually have a tuner on order. And funny little things is I live in California. You can't actually purchase a tuner here and get it delivered because of the intake rules that California has. So I had to kind of do a little thing where I shipped it to my cousin over in El Paso in Texas, and he's going to ship it back to me, and then I'll be able to tune this bike, and it should increase the performance on it. So there you go, another addition to the Fat Bob. So thank you everybody for watching. Make sure to subscribe, link and comment there, and if you like this video, it's gonna help me out. All right guys, we'll see you next time. Later.